Did you know the Bible? Did you know that Haman was the son of a man called Hamedatha, a descendant of King Agag? Who is King Agag? King Agag was the king of Amalekites, and the Amalekites were enemies of the Israelites. And this was during the reigns of King Saul. King Saul was the first king of Israel after they settled in the promised land, the land of Canaan. And when they demanded to have a new king, a human king, after being under the rule, God's rule, from all right from Egypt up to the time they settled into the promised land, the Israelites eventually, through Samuel, they demanded to have a human king because they thought God, who was their king, was not as good as the human king. Why? Because their God, Yahweh, was invisible. And they demanded to have a God, a king who was visible, and a king who would lead them to war, a king who would have a constitution, represent them in international meetings. And out of this one, after God refused through Samuel, after God refused by telling them the disadvantages, the evils, the wickedness, the evils the king would bring, they still insisted through Samuel, we still need a human king. And we are told God through Samuel went and anointed for them King Saul. And King Saul, one of the challenges he faced as the first king of Israel was that the enemies of Israel, the Philistines, the Amalekites, they never let down their guards. And they were ever persistently, continuously, they were always against and on the neck of the Israelites. And one of the times, God tells King Saul, go and attack the Amalekites and destroy them. Let all of them, everything, by what we call the law of Haman. I want you to go, King Saul, as you attack the Amalekites, as you advance, as you attack them, destroy, cripple, ruin, everything totally, absolutely everything. Men, women, children, and everything, clear and destroy everything. For that is my commandment. That was the law that God gave to King Saul. But he had told King Saul when he went, he spared King Agag, the king of the Amalekites, and that was a disastrous mistake that King Saul did, because when Samuel came back and he asked Saul, did you destroy everything? Yes, Saul said. But Samuel said, no. Are you sure you destroyed everything and everyone? Yes, but I only spared the best of the livestock. I spared King Agag, and we have him. Do you know that Samuel went, took a sword, and he totally destroyed, and he destroyed King Agag. And because of disobeying God, King Saul was rejected by God. King Saul was rejected by God. Instructions are very important. Obedience is very important. And that's why the Bible says obedience is better than sacrifice. Because obedience, it's an act of submission. It's an act of recognition of the authority that is above. And therefore, King Agag is the one who will come after many thousands of years. He raised a descendant through Haman, and Haman is the man who wanted to extinguish and to eliminate the Hebrews, the Israelites, and the Jewish community while they were under the Persian rule. And that is in Esther chapter 3. The book of Esther is short. Now that you know, wait for more. God bless you. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Thank you.